Good to have Tommy Barrett on with us this evening. Tommy, how are you getting on?
Mute. Hi, Kieran. Oh, yeah, all good, thanks. Good to see Dave there on. How are you, Dave?
Tommy, congratulations on the job, mate. Great to see you back in the game.
Cheers, or commiserations, one or the other.
Hey, do you want me to open another one for you?
Hey, good man. I must get myself one of those hats, Dave.
Hey, come here. And it's okay. I'm not going baldy. I keep shaving my hair once a week, so I'll just...
And you have the head for it. My head is too square. I'm like a television.
Good result for you today. I know it's only a friendly, but from what I heard, you were quite impressive. So,
we were okay. You know, friendlies are friendlies, Kieran. Yeah, at Lawn, it was kind of their weaker team out. You know, so I think they played their stronger lads against Longford previously. So, you know, it'll take us a while. We'll be 4 or 5 weeks before we start to see some kind of fitness levels required, you know, and even that sharpness, because, you know, we're at least 4 weeks behind everyone else. I think, you know, 4 to 6 weeks probably. So it'll take time.
Yeah. For anyone, I'm probably going to ask you the same questions I asked you recently on BTS, but for anyone that wasn't watching it, like, you're happy enough with the players you've brought in. Like, you've got some established League of Ireland names there, with a lot of people weren't expecting, given you had no time to put a squad together at all.
Yeah, look, considering we you know, as we said, we 3 days to sign the squad, so it was probably the best we could do, and we got lads that are, you know, that want to play. You know, they're amateur players, they're not getting any money, so they want to be there first and foremost. And every one of them, you know, so far we're training 4 times a week, and they've put in a shift, everyone. So, you know, obviously we just have to get up to the levels that are required. And we have some, as you said, some established lads. And, you know, we have a lot of other younger lads that haven't really had to go at this level, but, you know, that's a good starting point from, you know, we've nothing to lose, so let's give it a go and see.
And the coroner do a job for you, would he?
And myself and Enda now had a chat. We had a couple of chats already, so we'll hope to get back onto him in July.
Looking too big a wage pack, was he?
You lads are killing me. You're killing me. I was getting Enda's visa paperwork done on the desk here before.
Very good.
It was a good result today, Tommy, anyway, in hindsight, was it?
Look, as you said about the result, you know, pre-season friendlies, lads, and you know this, like, you could win 4 or 5 of them and lose your first 4 or 5 games, you know, and likewise you could.
Saw till we played Pats, Rovers. We went the whole pre-season unbeaten, and we didn't win a game all year.
There you go. You know, so
you.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell. You don't know what people are doing, what their load is like, and or the training beforehand, and all those type of things. You know, so you just can't tell with friendlies. I take them with a pinch of salt. They're about getting minutes in the legs, really. You know, for a new group, it's probably good, all right, to get that bit of confidence, to keep a clean sheet and stuff like that. But, you know, it's very hard to tell. You know, Bray will be a different story, like, you know, Friday week, Friday 2 weeks. So.
Tommy, have you set yourself any goals for the season? I know it's a whole new entity and a whole new enterprise, but have you got anything in your head that you'd like to do?
You see, Justin, yeah, how are you? I was asked this a lot, right? And I used to set goals, and I was big onto the goal setting even when I first came in the management side of things, and you're looking at your goal setting. But the more I think about it, and just even talking to people externally, and even my wife, you know, like, she's not big into football, but I suppose if you're setting goals, you're setting limits, right? And if we set limits, like, and I've thought about this long and hard, like, if I set limits on a new group and we say, yeah, lads, you know, we'll set limits and we'll hope to get 20 points, you know, then they're happy with 20 points, you know, and it's limiting you in a negative way. I think it can be a negative. So I think the old cliche, and I know people are sick of hearing it from managers, but it is game by game, and what can you get out of each game, you know? Because, like, I did the goal setting thing in 2018, and, you know, like, people are looking at matches then, and, you know, players might take the foot off because they think they mightn't beat a team, and then they're just targeting that game, and then, you know, the other teams around you are targeting that game as well. So, you know, you have to be at it every week, I think, and I suppose that's my take on it now these days, is that you're limiting yourself if you're going to set goals. So that's it.
Tommy, I think again, mate, it's like I said, it's great to see you back in. You're one of the good guys in football, mate, and I've always appreciated playing against you. And even when we spent a bit of time together at Limerick, and you made a really valid point there, mate. The players have to buy in. You know, I'm similar to you where I can't pay my players a salary to play, but obviously I can compensate that by giving them a coaching job. But with you mentioning there that the players are all amateur, but they're buying into that concept, they're buying into, you know, to your beliefs and what you're going to bring to the club. So on that point, well done, mate, because people don't realise how tough it is sometimes when players are not getting paid and they're not getting any expenses. But if they're committing to that buy-in, then that's half the battle. And like you said, I agree with you as a manager. I never look further than the next game.
Yeah.
I don't think you can, because that complacency sets in, and you know that mindset of, oh yeah, we're playing them in 5 weeks, we'll beat them. So you can't look any further than the next one for me. And it's keeping that momentum, building up that concept of, you know, keeping them the intensity in training and keeping that mindset right. But yeah, I agree with you on that, mate. It's look no further than the next one.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, Dave, with the players that you have, and the mindset is the biggest thing, as you know. And like,
yeah.
Look, coaches are getting probably too much credit these days, you know, and we're coaches now and that, but it's the players, right? You know, I think it's gone like, because the media have pumped up like the Mourinhos and the, you know, the Pochettinos and all them lads, and it's great. But I think, you know, they talk about tactics and technical and fitness, and okay, we're facilitators. I believe that. I firmly believe that. The modern day coach is a facilitator. You facilitate someone to go out on the pitch and do their best and buy into what you believe in. But if you create that environment, and I know there's a lot of talk about culture, and we can call it culture, but culture takes a long time to build. So, you know, it's the environment first and foremost. And if you can create that environment, and it's a good positive energy environment, we're talking about the head in the game stuff and mental health. But if you have that positive energy about you, like in my day job, I suppose I work with, I coordinate the Garda Youth Diversion Project. So I work with young people that get in trouble with the Gardaí or are cautioned, and work with them, try to steer them in the right direction, for want of a better word. But I suppose it's all transferable skills. They're human beings first and foremost. And I know you're a big advocate in that, Dave, and so am I. I think you can't. I think people overlook that when they're looking at the real top level coaches like Guardiola and those boys. Those lads are first and foremost like good people and psychologists almost, you know, and the psychology that they do is more important than any technical or tactical or fitness work that they'll put in, I think, with the players. And people I don't think appreciate that side of the game enough, you know.
You need a few psychologists for Jack Lynch.
I'm doing a lot of psychology with him for a number of years. He's a good lad.
What a guy.
Yeah, he's a great lad. He's done well. So I played him in the middle today. He did well in the middle, actually. You know, played him in centre. He's
going to fancy himself now after that.
Yeah, he is. But that's what I want. I want him to fancy themselves.
Mark Ludden been on table playing as a 10.
What's that?
Mark Ludden fancies himself as a number 10 now. So when that comes up,
we might throw him there. Give him a go. Why not?